Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This one up to the 26. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Down. 29. Right now. 93.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And right away, he lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Taylor. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's got a man. It's something that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense. Now signal to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Carr. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Down. New 80.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On first down, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. Going to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Taylor trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
93.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Cooper again the target, and it's 3rd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken at around the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Taylor. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Taylor to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and forever. Now it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football.
Monday down. Down. You ready? 29. 29.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Raider one.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. Carr now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. A handoff to Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get set. Blue 80. Hey, Raider 2. 93. 93. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go Chief.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working from the gun, it's Carr. A dump off for Abdullah. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Carr. This is screen to Abdullah. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get down. 185. Hey, Raider 2.
Carr now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Down. Blue 80. We're good.
Again, it's Carr. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
180. Hey, Raider 2. Go Chief.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Down. Blue 80. But 5-man box.
Now Carr. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Carr going to go on 4th down, and that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And coming out now, the Broncos. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Taylor into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin, and it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Let's go. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with D'Angelo Henderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary Conley, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Slow.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And I think the ball's out. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case,
the line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And now here come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
We got 3. We down. 180.
Play action. Now it's Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, Carr on the move to his left. Looking deep for Elliott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the 1st half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the 1st half.
slow.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Ooh, with a juke. And now running right through it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Sunday, down. 280. 5 down.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Down. You ready? Right there. 54 right. You got to get the ball. Deuce right.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken at the 46. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now Taylor on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for Julius Thomas. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Slow.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. You ready? Hey, Raider 2. Check Mike 21. 93.
Shotgun now for Carr. He completes it to Abdullah. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
29. 694. Hey, here we go.
On second down, here's Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And Carr seems to be in some pain. He's still down. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A first throw for the backup Cook. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
Here's Cook on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90. Blue, 90.
Operating from the gun, Cook. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Taylor. And he hits his man on the out route. Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
No. Check. Patriot. Over. Check three. Gone.
On 2nd down, Washington. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Cook. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a 1st down. Back now in the East Bay.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now Cook. Off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. Gone.
To throw is Cook. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Gone.
Cook, off play action. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Adam Gotsis in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Throwing, Cook. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey. No. Check. Patriot.
Cook now. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. His pass caught at the 4. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is the come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Elliott. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will he?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now Taylor. Thomas barreling ahead, and he will have a man. Demaryius Thomas. He's at the 30, 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. He's going to get it running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Broncos, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.